What do you think will be the outcome of the those materials from Kirka that are allegedly taken away?
Well, let me let you know one thing. And God used the Jaga to introduce some issues. Before, it's just a piece of paper, any ballot paper can be used anywhere.
No code whatsoever.
No code whatsoever. But at the meeting one day, we said, no, we can't continue like this. And that introduced the issue of code. That introduced not even code alone, numbering and coloring.
Color code, yeah.
So we have passed that stage. So I can assure you that that ballot paper that was taken, or ballot box that we are taking, or the materials that we are taking, they can never be used anywhere. They can never. Another thing, each polling unit has a total number of not more than 500. So if you come to my polling unit, say you now want to use them, it can't work because you can't import more than. Don't forget that the results will be posted. There will be DSS. There will be all. You have a whole number of people. So where are you bringing? Where are the other people that will support that false and that stolen paper? So I want to believe it's just they took it out for mischief. That's all. But then they have already told us that they have backup.
Okay, we also have the ANN candidate, Fela Durotoye. I believe he's voting at the Victoria Garden City polling unit, also here in Lagos. Just moments ago.
He's also on a queue.
Yes, the pictures that just came in.
That's the process.
That's the process.
But
okay, but you know, VIP is past VIP.
Would you say in the white regalia? Yeah. Just waiting, just moments ago to cast his vote. The presidential candidate of the ANN.
Would you say, I mean, you said it's VIP is...
Past VIP.
No, VIP is VIP.
No, I just wanted to be a little bit hilarious.
Well, yes, because I mean...
But obviously you see that his own VIP fairness is different from that we saw with Saraki.
Shouldn't that be the new order? I mean, a lot of people...
You know, I've already stated that. I've said that. And I'm sure that's part of things that we have to look at. That, in fairness, what is happening to Durotoye is what should happen to all candidates irrespective. They come, as we saw the comrade governor too, or the comrade chairman as he wants to call himself, he to join the queue. I guess that's how it should be. Not that they will reserve the place. Yeah. Because again, it's not as if again I'm stressing. When Obi wanted to vote as governor too, you remember that he is the first person to vote today at his polling unit. When he wanted to vote too as governor too, I remember that I was there personally, physically, I saw it, right? So, and of course, we must remove that aspect of it. Anybody who comes, join the queue. We don't disturb the system because some VIPs are around. We must, everybody, it should be a leveler. And for them, those are VIP, then there will be an arrangement for them. That when you come to the ballot box, hey, your people and co, let them wait. Yeah, they too, they said they voted there, they registered there. No problem, let's have a one line. By the time the whole thing is crowded, it will cause crisis. And as you have identified or stated clearly, when they now leave, they have to now start rearranging the environment. Again, that's time. Some people, their own is to come, vote, and go. There are some people, their own is that they wait till the whole thing, they have the time. So you don't disturb your own with some other people. We are all here to vote, and for us to vote and have a peaceful outing. So let everybody go out. Let me tell you one thing. If you remember, years ago, governors, after they finish voting, they will be going around that they are monitoring election. Again, at the stakeholders meeting, we told Jaga that, look, we are the people you accredit to be observers, not these governors, because they go with security retinue and they disturb the system. And Jaga looked at us and said, that's true, and that cancelled that. Okay. So we must begin to bring each ideas into it and remove all these things that give us stress on the system. It's not, just as I said, it's not in Nigeria. We have candidates vote, VIPs vote in other clients now. Yeah. Do they have this type of crisis following them, crowd following them, supporters following them to vote?
Okay. Well, yeah, we're going to Abuja.
I just wanted to go to Abuja again, see what comment Mr. Dayo Olaide would have on that one as we close this segment.
So,
yes, please go ahead.
I think that I made the point earlier about treatment of VIPs. In many places where we've seen them vote this morning, a lot of them have been quite disruptive, and I think there is need for us to actually come to some conclusion how we manage them. Whether it's something that INEC has to lead in terms of enforcement of its rule, which is every man to a vote. And therefore, if you are coming to vote, please speak with your supporters to stay away from the polling unit and thereby also avoid any kind of disruption to the processes. I think certainly it's something that is due for further interrogation in terms of how they conduct themselves and the effect such conduct actually have on the process.
Yeah, Mr. Musa, it will also be interesting to find out. So going forward, what would be your counsel to those who are, again, maybe it's just as a form of reiterating it, to those who are agitated about the fact that voting materials and officials and/or officials are not there at their polling units at this time?
Well, I think we have to continue to remind, the INEC to ensure that, they have assured Nigerians that every, Nigerians that is fully registered will cast his vote or her vote. So we need to remind them that they must make sure that, materials are taken to, places in timely basis, so that there will not be any apprehension or any tension as a result of that. And we also want to appeal to voters that as long as you are there and giving the assurance from the INEC that you would definitely be allowed to exercise your fundamental right, because today is your fundamental right that is not negotiable. So INEC and all other bodies responsible for this election will have to make sure that they make sure that Nigerians actually do exercise their franchise, and we as civil society will continue to observe and document, instances where some of these lapses happen, and then make recommendation on how to improve them in the subsequent election, because we are humans and therefore there is likely going to be some kind of shortcomings. But what is important is to have the intention and the willingness and the sincerity to ensure that you address these problems, and when next they come, you actually did not, continue to have this kind of lapses, in the picture of conducting of election.
All right, so gentlemen, that's it for now. We have to appreciate our Mr. Rafsanjani of CISLAC, as well as Dayo Olaide of Center for Democracy and Development. They both joined us from our studios in Abuja. Of course, Wale Ogunade here, also the president of Voters Awareness Initiative. Thank you, and keep up the good work. Thank you for coming on.
To God be the glory.
All right, so don't forget the verdicts will continue, but yes, we also have other platforms that we're going to bring you some other items, but that will be when we come back.